Hello dosto, welcome back to the new series of Kubernetes tutorial. In this tutorial we'll learn about how we can configure persistent volume and then persistent volume claim, and then we'll see how we can use persistent volume claim in the Kubernetes deployment. As we all know that pods are actually stateless, so whenever pods get deleted or it restart, it loses the data. But this kind of behavior is not applicable for all kind of application that we come across. In today's tutorial, I'm going to make use of a default storage class provisioned by host path running on the Minikube cluster. So we'll assign a local directory to a pod and see how we can actually persist the data on our local directory. I have given my GitHub location and then list of steps that we are going to follow in this cluster. As a first step, I'm going to create my namespace in which I'll be creating all deployment and then persistent volume claim. So I'll just copy the command and I'll just go ahead and then paste it on my Linux. Perfect. Now our namespace has been created. So in this namespace we are going to create persistent volume and persistent volume claim. For that I have a pvc.yaml file. In this YAML file I have configured persistent volume and persistent volume claim, which will be using for deployment file. So let's just go and see the actual YAML file. So we'll open the pvc.yaml. In this YAML file you can see that I have two kinds. One is persistent volume and persistent volume claim. Along with this I have defined a path which is a local directory on my machine. As I already explained, we are going to use host path and then the local directory. If I check the local directory, it is currently empty, there is nothing in it, and we will see what is the use of local directory in this using persistent volume claim when we define for our deployment file. I'm just saying it's going to be like 1 gig space I'm going to need. You can just change it according to your need. Let's go ahead and create persistent volume and persistent volume claim, that is PV and PVC, using kubectl command. So you can see that both volume and volume claim has been created. You can verify using kubectl get PV, that is persistent volume, which is demo volume that I defined, and you can also check your PVC, that is persistent volume claim. You need to define by your namespace, so I'm saying namespace demo volume -ns. So now you see that my volume and volume claim both has been created. Now we are good to go and for creating deployment file. Now we will create a deployment file which has a container called busybox, and then it uses couple of arguments for our deployment. So let's open the deployment files. So vi and then deployment. So you can see that it is using busybox, and then it is echoing a command into /data/hello.txt with the claim information called demo volume claim. Once you configure a deployment file, we can just create it using kubectl create and then deployment YAML file, and you can see that the deployment has been created, and we can just check our pods information using get pod command within our namespace. So perfect. So I have the pod up and running, and there is currently no issues with the pod. Now we will verify whether our hello.txt already got created or not. For that I'm going to use exec command to log into container and see if my file is already present within the cluster, within the container or not. So as you can see, I'm using exec, and then my file is already present. Similarly, we can verify on the local directory, and you can see that hello.txt is got created as well, so which means our mounting has been successful. Next, I'm gonna just echo a command into a new file within the same directory, and then we'll verify if that file gets available within the container or not. Let's do an ls on the slash data directory which is inside the container, and you can see the new file is present within the container and it is accessible. I can just do a cat and see if I can read the content. New file. Oh, perfect. So I can read the content now. So next, let's go ahead and delete the pod, just to make sure that once a new pod is created, we don't lose the data that we just created within the current container. So the pod is getting deleted, so it might take a few seconds based on your cluster performance. Okay, just clear the screen. So we can just do a get on the pod within the namespace. So I can see that the new pod has been created 59 seconds ago, and then in this new pod I'll try to log in and I will see if my older data are present or not. Perfect. Persistent volume claims are really helpful for stateful application. Hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching.